Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Azizdrives. Today we have a very interesting car, one of my most favorite cars and one car that I wish I would have owned as a young man. So it is the BMW M3 E46. This and the E92 are my absolute two most favorite BMWs ever produced. And the reason for it being the driving experience is just the pinnacle of BMW in their best days. Of course, today's cars are fantastic. They are very fast. They are very interesting to drive. Especially they're fast. That's the main thing. But they kind of miss this emotion that the old cars give you. So for example, we have the M3 E46. It came out originally in 2000 and was built up to 2006. There was two versions, one manual gearbox like we have here, and an SMG, a sequential gearbox. If you get one, get the manual gearbox because the SMG tends to be a little bit choppy and clunky to drive. This is absolutely precise and mint. The stats are like this. We have 1,550 kilograms of dry weight. We have a 3.2 liter inline 6-cylinder engine in the front, 343 horsepower and 365 newton meters of torque. The 0 to 100 acceleration of this beautiful machine is 5.2 seconds, okay? But the more important thing is how smooth, how great this engine runs. The car we're driving today has 220,000 kilometers and it sounds and runs absolutely fantastic. And what I'm going to do now is let those cars pass by and we're gonna accelerate from 0. 3, 2, 1. That was 100. That's what I love about it. You hear that sound? That incredible sound. Listen to that. Listen how smooth this engine runs. Absolutely fantastic. Look at that. Second gear, hairpin coming up. Ah, beautiful. High revving sensation. I mean, the car was brought right after the E36, which was also a very interesting car. But they wanted to bring back this M3 E30 emotional, masculine drive, this very challenging drive. And they made a fantastic choice of bringing this beautiful engine, inline 6-cylinder, high revving engine. It's absolutely fantastic and it sounds so great. And let me tell you something. Some of those E46s, when maintained well, actually run better than the much more powerful S65 engine, the 4-liter V8. This is no exception. It runs so smooth. Absolutely love it. And when you maintain it well, 220,000 kilometers on the speedometer, it's incredible. Those cars run so long. The engine is very good. Of course, there are some oil leaks, etc. Sometimes the Vanos problem, it has double Vanos, etc. But still, it's such a brilliant engine. I want to drive it and experience it full on. So that's why the DSC is off and the sport button is on. Let's go! Look at that. So precise. As soon as you press the sport button, the throttle response is immediate. Naturally aspirated sensation. Listen to that. Look at how well it turns in. Look at that. So smooth. Next corner. I'm absolutely in love with how this car drives. Absolutely in love with it. The sound, the whole thing. I just have to stop here. Again, I have to do it. I have to stop and give you that full sound experience from 0. Look at that. 3, 2, 1, go. It screams and runs and runs and runs so smooth. The RPM gauge goes up beautifully. You feel like you're in a race car. It is so fantastic. I'm absolutely in love with it, especially how smooth this engine runs. You can smell a little bit of petrol. The engine is living, of course. 220,000 kilometers. It has been around the world 5 times, man. It's just, how can you dislike something like that? Maybe a little bit of a buyer's advice with those BMW E46s. So I myself owned the 330 Ci, which is a normal inline 6-cylinder engine, not a high revving one, only 7,000 RPMs, etc., or 6,500 RPMs. And the only problem that those cars have is the chassis. So they start to rust a little bit. Corrosion starts to grow on them a little bit, so you have to maintain them pretty well from the outside. But there are so many they built so many of them that you can get parts, even to this day, 20 years later, everywhere you can get those parts. You can replace them, you can keep the car running, and it's a fantastic car. And I wish to own one of these one day, just when I feel like it, to take it for a drive. This one, in comparison with all the M3s, E92, I love the E92, this has something very special. It feels much more stable. This is the car I would choose to go on the racetrack, because you know you have plenty of power, you know you have a car that runs to 260, 270 kph easily, and it's going to be fantastic and stable, very light, exceptional. It's an exceptional experience, and I want to shut up now and give you that on a couple corners more. I am in love with it, I really am, and I will show you again what that car is all about. Look at that, beautiful to drive, beautiful to experience. Go into the corner, cooling happens very good. You don't exceed 100 degrees of oil temperature, fantastic sound, fantastic catch up. You're pretty much revving the car in every single gear above 5,000 RPMs. The gear ratio is also fantastic. It feels just beautiful to drive. Go around the corner, right, left, hairpin coming up, accelerate, bam, put it into first, and go around the corner again. This is brilliant. Let it slide a little, 8,000 RPMs. You see how beautiful, how great that feels, how good that catches up. I mean, what else could you possibly want? This is why I love BMW M3s. They're the best driver's cars you can get. They're really the best. Left, right. Great power output, brake here. Absolutely fantastic. Turn and around those corners. Accelerate out. There's not a lot to add to that, man. I mean, you see how beautiful that goes. And you can get those cars for 25 to 35,000, and they are pretty expensive now. I told you years ago you should buy one of these. I myself should have bought one of these, but the older you get, the more you know. Stupid. Okay, let's experience this full on. Both windows open. I'm sweating balls in here. It is challenging. Listen to that. What a complete berserk this car is. Yes! Yeah! Woohoo! Isn't that just brilliant? Isn't that just what it is all about? Wow! I feel like I don't want to talk, I just want to drive. Look how stable it goes around those corners. Look how smooth it is. Second gear. Ooh. Heel and toe. Just a neutral, beautiful experience. I am fucking in love with it. I want to make love to this car. Look at that. Look how beautiful that goes. Oversteer a little. That is smoothness. That is what a car is about. The perfect combination of both worlds. I'm getting too excited. I'm getting too excited. I will lose my driving license if I continue doing that. So we have to stop the video. I can't do it, friends. I can't do it anymore. It's too much. I can't handle this. I have to buy one tomorrow. So I think you got the message. Make sure to check out our exterior and interior review of this car in the second video. There's also a POV experience. Thank you very much for tuning in and see you on the next one. Goodbye.